Hey guys, this is Mateen from Nonagon Productions, and today I'm going to be talking about high ROI video ideas to advertise your business with in 2024. These are based off of my own personal client experiences and the types of videos I've found out of the hundreds of videos I've made for my clients that perform with the best return on investment. So, starting off is one that I talk about probably the most, and that's going to be your brand story video. The brand story video is so valuable because it is evergreen content. This is because you're telling the story of your brand, what you guys do, how you came to be. And this is something that you can use for promotion 2 years, 5 years, even 10 years in the future, just because that, your story isn't going to change, but the impact it makes on the viewers will stay the same, right? The trust you build by being the face of the brand and telling your story, the hardships you went through, the hills you had to climb, your expertise in the field, these struggles and stories that you share through this video that's a little bit more cinematic and heartwarming and personal than a normal commercial video. This is what's going to connect with your audience over the next 5, 10, 15 years that will allow you to keep getting return on your investment over time. In addition to that, it's super clippable. By that, I mean there's tons of short form content hidden within the original video. So if you have a testimonial that you really like, or if you have a work example in that video that you want to share, these can be duplicated across different social channels like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook to give you tons of additional content, all from the original video. Next up is one of my favorite things recently, which is employee spotlights. I've been trying to talk about these a lot more because they promote company culture. Like I said in the last one, the brand story video puts a face to the name, but employee spotlights can really give a face to the name for the person that the customer cares about. So let's say you're working or you are a law firm, right? The person the customer really, really cares about is the lawyer that they're going to be working with. So if you can do a lawyer spotlight for each one of your practitioners, then you will be able to have a personal video that introduces them, what their specialty is, what got them into law, why they're passionate for each individual employee. And that way, the customer can end up picking one that they think fits them best, giving them the best experience overall. So these are super easy to multiply, right? If you see that one or two of them is working really well, maybe through some of them up on paid advertising, you can start banging these out 2, 3, 4, 5, even 10 a month until you've made one for all of your employees. And now you have a full library of employee spotlights for your social media. You're engaging with your audience online, and you're giving light to your employees that work so hard. Of course, you also have your monthly video packages. So these are my personal favorite because of one main reason, which is that they build an audience. Now, an audience is super powerful for many obvious reasons I'm not going to dive into. But the reason it's powerful in this sense is because once you have an audience, you can use that data for advertising. So the videos that you send into your paid advertising campaigns, you never know how they're going to perform. Excuse me. You never know how they're going to perform unless you've already done something of the sort. So then you can pick which one to do. So to break that down a little easier, if you're doing an A/B test, you're testing two different types of ads to see which one works so that the next time you can go with the better performing ad. In this sense, if you're releasing, let's say, 20 videos a month under your organic content marketing, and one of them really pops off within your audience, that means the people that already follow your brand or are interested in your company like this content enough to make it go viral. So that means if you're trying to target an audience through paid advertising, you can use that same piece of content or a very similar style and get the highest ROIs from your ads. So monthly video packages are great for the obvious reasons of, building a brand, social media presence, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing that people don't talk about is how much useful information you actually get from that. And if you have videos doing really well, you can just turn them into paid ads. So that takes no extra effort, right? All you do is just toss them in a campaign if they're already going viral. Moving on, we have client testimonials. Now, just like brand story videos, these are evergreen content. These are better than any written review. By that, I mean that if you see someone talk about a product or service they got, it's just instantly better for a plethora of reasons. If you want to get scientific, people actually only retain 10% of what they read, but they retain 90% of what they watch. So if you have a customer doing a review on your product or service, it's going to be a lot more impactful than if someone was to scroll through, say, 10 different reviews. It adds recognizable trust, especially if you get a client that is recognizable in some sort of way. If you're a B2B business and you worked with a huge client, you can have them give a testimonial, and that will automatically give credibility to everyone else in their industry. Um, and yeah, so client testimonials all around super, super helpful. If you don't have the budget to make a brand story video, these are a great way to start doing maybe like one or two a month. And then once you do make a brand story video, you don't have to get any client testimonials. You can just toss these in. So my last and final video idea with the highest ROI is employee training. And the reason this is so valuable is because, once again, evergreen content, you only have to make it once. But more importantly, it saves on processes. If you're, let's say like a software company, and every time a junior engineer comes on, you have a senior engineer train them for 2 weeks and show them, the ropes and everything and how it works, you're losing 2 weeks of the time of the person training them and 2 weeks of the person being trained to learn how to do it. So that's 4 total working weeks of not 100% effort into the work because they're looking at something else, which is getting this person to work in the way that you want them to. So these are actually more efficient in two ways because it saves times of the senior employee and the junior employee. And after doing so many of these videos, I can tell you what you're probably thinking right now is wrong, which is yes, you can fit all this training into a video. It might not be one video or two videos, it might be 6 hours of training video, but the point is that if you put this through software, you send it to your new hires, make sure that they can, that they've watched it all the way through, you're saving so much time because you say, okay, watch this 6 hours of video and finish it. And they're only getting clocked in for the 6 hours that they're watching it. So now you've gone from 2 weeks of training to 6 hours. Of course, there's other things you can't put in a training video, so you can include that later on, but you're saving so much time and so much money. And this is something that you can use again and again and again, no matter how many people you hire. This is going to save you tons and tons of time and money in the future. But anyways, guys, these were my 5 highest ROI video ideas that you can use to advertise your business in 2024. Once again, my name is Mattine from Nonagon Productions. If you want to work with us or learn more about our company, click any of the links in the description. We're posting here every single week, delivering you valuable content about the commercial video space. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.